first thing you're going to do is put your hands in the air and wave around like you just don't care. Get all your wiggles all the way up. Oh, roll your shoulders. All right, freeze. Sitting all the way down on our bottoms. Crisscross applesauce. Thank you. Normally on Mondays, I would read our story with the books. But this week, a second grade teacher decided to do something a little different. So we don't have the stories in our classroom. This week our story is Balloons Over Broadway. It's all about what started the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
What's that?
Raise your hand if you've ever watched that on TV with your mom or dad on Thanksgiving morning.
I watched it when I was a baby.
Really? Maddie, have you watched it before? When they have the huge parade floats? I mean, they are huge. Alexa?
In the art room, last year we watched this book.
You watched this book in art last year?
And
Owen?
I think I might have watched it when I was
You think?
6.
So on Thanksgiving morning, when you wake up, we're at home because we don't have school on Thanksgiving. You should ask your parents to let you turn on the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. It is really cool. The floats, they have tons of different floats.
I've heard of it before, but I've never watched it.
Well, we're going to learn all about how it was started. Maddie?
It says
It says Macy, like your name.
I know, like my name, Macy. And it's spelled the exact same way that my name is spelled. So throughout this story, I want you to be thinking of problems in the story and how the person fixed the problems. We're going to learn all about the things he went through to make the parade floats and how he created the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. But that's what I want you to be thinking of, because after the story, we're going to answer questions. We're going to do some fill in the blank. So just like we did in Miss Riley's room, whenever you have the blank and the word has to fit, we have to think and listen. And if we're not listening carefully, we're not going to have the answers. Declan?
How did it start?
We're going to learn all about it. That's why we're listening to this story.
How did the balloons get so big?
We're going to learn all the answers to your questions.
They blew
Okay.
it up with
All right, Balloons Over Broadway.
jackhammer? No.
Our social contract says not to talk when the teacher's talking. And I'm trying to teach. Okay? Got it? Got it? All right, this week the story Balloons Over Broadway is an informational text, just like last week with Who Knew. It is a real story. It's nonfiction. A nonfiction story that the writing provides facts about a variety of real-life topics. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is a real thing that happens. So it's nonfiction. And it's written to inform us about a specific topic. So we're learning about real things that have happened in real life. It's not a made-up story that has fake characters. These are real people and real topics.
Even the balloons are real.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Balloons always are real. People are real.
Our story.
When did you get
Welcome to Read Out Loud. I'm Rocco Stato. And today, my book is Balloons Over Broadway, the true story of the puppeteer of the Macy's Parade. So let's learn about those balloons and the man that made them. So here's a picture of Anthony Tony Frederick Sogg. Sogg rhymes with Og. He lived from 1880 to 1942. Every little moment has a meaning of its own. That's a quote from Tony Sogg. From the time he was a little boy, Tony Sogg loved to figure out how to make things move. He once said he became a marionette man when he was only 6 years old. So you could see little Tony there, and a marionette is a type of puppet. His father had asked him to feed their chickens at 6:30 in the morning every day. Tony had an idea. What if he could feed the chickens without leaving his bed? He rigged up some pulleys and ran a rope from the chicken coop door to his bedroom window. That night, he spread chicken feed outside the chicken coop door. The next morning, he pulled one of the ropes and the door to the chicken coop opened. The chickens ate their breakfast. Tony stayed snug in his bed, and his dad, so impressed, never made Tony do another chore. When Tony grew up, he moved to London, where he discovered that no one was making marionettes for kids anymore. So, out of wood, cloth, and string, Tony began to make puppets. He figured out a way to make his marionettes' movements so lifelike that they performed as if they were real actors. Word soon spread about Tony's amazing marionettes. When Tony moved to New York City, the Tony Sog marionettes began performing on Broadway. You know, Broadway is where they have many theaters, and if you ever get to New York City, maybe your moms and dads will take you to a show on Broadway. In the heart of New York City, in Herald Square, was the biggest store on earth, R.H. Macy's department store. Macy's had heard about Tony's puppets and asked him to design a puppet parade for the store's holiday windows. So Tony made new puppets based on storybook characters, then attached them to the gears and pulleys to move them up and down. And we could tell what storybook character that is. That's Humpty Dumpty. And there are all the gears right there. And here's the materials he used to make those puppets.
Who's Humpty Dumpty?
And here is what the window looked like. In Macy's Wondertown windows, Tony's mechanical marionettes danced across the stage as if by magic. All day long, they performed to shoppers, jostling for a better look. And here the people wanted to get up front so they could see it. But Macy's had even a bigger job in store for Tony. Many of the people working at Macy's were immigrants. An immigrant is a person who moved from one country to another. So these people moved from many different countries to the United States. And as the holidays approached, they missed their own holiday traditions of music and dancing in the streets. Macy's agreed to put on a parade for their employees, and they hired Tony to help. Tony, too, was an immigrant, so he loved the idea of creating a parade based on street carnivals from all over the world. He made costumes and built horse-drawn floats, and Macy's even arranged to bring in bears and elephants and camels from the Central Park Zoo. The animals joined hundreds of Macy's employees on Thanksgiving Day, 1924, winding their way from Harlem to Herald Square. It was a dazzling parade. In fact, Macy's first parade was such a success that they decided to have one every year on Thanksgiving Day to celebrate America's own holiday. Every year, the parade grew, but when Macy's brought in lions and tigers, in addition to the bears and elephants and camels, the animals roared and growled and frightened the children. Tony, can you do something spectacular? And Tony says, okay. Macy's asked Tony to replace the animals. Tony hoped to replace the animals with some kind of puppets, but his marionettes were less than 3 feet tall. He would have to make much larger puppets in order for them to be seen in the parade. But how could he make them strong enough to hold up in bad weather and yet light enough to move up and down the streets? Tony knew of a company in Ohio that made blimps out of rubber. A blimp was an airship that was filled with helium. You may see them at football games, but they're not very common these days. They were made out of rubber, the perfect material for any weather. When he called the company and showed them his sketches, they agreed to make what Tony wanted. Still, how would Tony make his big puppets move? Tony had an idea from an Indonesian rod puppet in his toy collection. On Thanksgiving Day, Tony's creatures, some as high as 16 feet, spilled into the
Has his
streets,
puppets gotten
and
way
the
bigger?
crowds
Yes.
cheered wildly.
Especially that green one. It says that
Part
green one.
puppet,
It does.
part
The
balloon.
elephant.
Wait, you made
The
that?
air-filled rubber bags wobbled down the avenues, propped
Whoa.
up by wooden sticks. So we have a caterpillar, we have a cat, we have an elephant, and then you see people holding the sticks. Because if they weren't holding the sticks, what do you think would happen? The balloons would fly away off into space. But now the sidewalks were so packed with people that only those in the first few rows could really see the parade. Tony realized his puppets would have to be even bigger and higher off the ground. And though the sticks helped to steer the puppets, they were stiff and heavy. Tony wanted his balloons to articulate, to move and gesture, more like puppets. But how? With marionettes, the controls are above and the puppets hang down. But what if the controls were below and the puppets could rise up?
What does this remind you of? A balloon on a what? On a. What if we hold a balloon
What
on
happens
the
to this
street?
page? During the next year, Tony set his new idea into motion. This time, he asked the company in Ohio to make the balloons out of rubberized silk, as strong as rubber, but lighter than rubber alone. The most important, Tony ordered the balloons to be filled not just with air, but with helium too. Since helium is lighter than air, it would make the balloons rise.
When you
Once
hold a
the
balloon
puppets were
that's filled with
completed,
helium, if
they
you
were
let go, what happens to
deflated
it?
and shipped back to Tony in New York. They were all packed in boxes and they went to New York. Tony did not know if everything would go as planned. What if the balloons are filled with too much helium? What if it hit a sharp object? Will they fit under the elevator train track? In New York City at that time, there were many trains that ran above the streets, and they were called the L, or elevated train. It was still dark on Thanksgiving morning when Tony filled the balloons with helium, tethered them down with sandbags. By 1 p.m., the sidewalks were packed with people ready for the parade. Then, one by one, Tony cut the lines to the sandbags. Let's have a parade. And the magnificent
Look how high they are
upside-down marionettes
Higher
rose
than the
up to the
Yep.
skies.
Now everybody can see.
Now everybody can see.
Oh my, they certainly look big. Nodding and waving, the crowds below, they sailed past Central Park, they sailed down Broadway, they shimmied and swayed through the canyons of New York City. And we see people looking out their windows. They could look right into the eyes of the balloon.
That is just crazy. That's right.
Yeah, more balloons here. High above the clouds, they flounced in the afternoon wind, pulling the rope handlers this way and that. Yet, with every heave-ho, the balloon gestured and articulated like wild puppets, and the crowds screamed for more. After the balloons eased under the L, they ended up in front of Macy's at Tony's Wondertown windows. Here we have them coming under the L, and it says, "It was a parade New Yorkers would never forget." And from that day on, every Thanksgiving morning, crowds have lined the sidewalks of New York City to see what new balloons would rise to the sky for the Macy's famous parade. Tony Sarg, the puppeteer who loved to figure out how to make things move, had set the stage with a little rigging for a puppet to be anything anyone could imagine it to be.
I actually love that story.
Me too.
Okay. Our questions. What did Tony Sarg love to do as a child? Raise your hand. Lola?
Make puppets.
Make puppets. What is it called if you make puppets? If you're the person controlling the puppet. Arya?
Macy.
No, that's the name of the parade. Lila?
You're making it move.
A Mary... What is it called, Owen?
A puppeteer?
It is a puppeteer, but it's called something else too.
A puppeteer.
A marionette. A marionette. As a child, Tony Sarg loved to make things. Alexa, what did he love to make things do? Maddie, help her out.
Move.
Move. Let's see if it fits. You gotta keep your feet back. I'm gonna freeze the screen. Someone help me spell move.
M-O.
Oh, whoa, your hand is not up. Kaiser?
M-O-V.
Oh, hold on, I can't stand that. M-O.
V-E.
Move. As a child, Tony Sarg loved to make things move.
I thought he said I love to make things try.
What morning chore did Tony have to do? What was his chore? Allison?
To feed the chicken.
To feed the chickens. And did he like doing that?
No.
No, because what time did he have to get out of bed?
At 6:30.
Ooh,
He didn't want to get up.
he didn't want to get up.
So he attached a string to the chicken coop door from his window, and every time he pulls on the thing,
The
there's
rope.
a little bucket thing that pours down
And feeds the chickens.
seeds, and he opens the door and then it
Feeds the chickens.
cannot see.
Yep.
Now,
Tony's morning chore was to
feed the chicken.
feed the chickens, but we gotta fill in our blanks.
But after he used the bucket, how did he fill it back up?
He eventually put more chicken feed in the bucket.
Yeah.
But did he have to do that at 6:30 in the morning? No. He could do that any time in the day to get it ready for the next day. So Tony's morning chore was to feed Lola.
E-E-V.
Feed the chickens. Maddie?
C-H-I-N.
Ooh. Chick. And then another k sound.
K-I-N.
E-N-S. Chickens. His morning chore was to feed the chickens. I wouldn't want to get out of bed at 6:30 to feed chickens either.
I would do
You have
that
chickens?
too.
Oh, you would come up with a way to make it easier?
I would just get a paper airplane and throw it out the window to do it.
Throw it out the window to do it?
I'll
Maybe.
put a hole in the paper airplane and then
Put some food in it, maybe?
I'll
No,
throw
you
my
know
whole
what I would
TV
do?
Alright,
out.
what would you do, Adeline?
I would open
Throw
the
my whole
window
TV
beside
out
the
on a
chicken,
pin.
and I would just throw some food
Just
in
throw
there.
some out, sprinkle it
then
out?
Get the rope like he did, and pull the rope and let them out to eat.
what if you spill
Do you think Tony Sarg was very smart?
Yeah.
He was able to come up with ways to make things move, to make things easier. That takes a lot of thinking. He spent lots of time coming up with ways to make things easier. Ezra,
I would make a cardboard airplane and put a little drop thing in the back.
in the drop
I'll
thing,
throw
so
my
you can just,
TV out.
maybe.
Like
Lola?
the time making that bookmark for my Jeep.
Yeah.
You
Kaiser?
know,
I'll throw my TV out to feed them.
Can a chicken really eat a TV?
wow. Yes.
Alright, let's move
What
on.
I would do.
We're moving on. I would love to hear all of your ideas.
I
And
would-
maybe we can talk about it tomorrow or Wednesday or Thursday. We still have 4 more days to talk about this story. Declan. How did Tony feed the chickens without getting out of bed?
We already answered.
We did answer it, but how? Someone tell me in your own words. Owen?
By using pulleys and a string to open the door.
Oh, pulleys and a string, because what does a pulley do? You're able to roll things up or let things loose, and you can move a rope on it. You can move things. Very good, Owen. All right, Tony was able to feed the chickens without getting out of bed by using a blank to blank the door. What do we think?
String.
Nope. 4-letter words.
The door.
I know what it is.
Adeline?
I wrote.
A rope. You're right.
I didn't.
Adeline was paying extra close attention. A rope
To pull.
Open.
to blank the door.
Open.
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 All right, Adeline, since you were listening so carefully, will you help me spell open?
O. E.
No, O.
P. E. N.
Girl, give yourself a little pat on the back.
Wait,
Good job.
open is
It says it
basically
up
in
there.
rope.
It
Open
says
is
it up
basically in
there.
rope.
I know.
Just take away the R.
This is the picture from the story. Step 3, door opens. Step 2 was to pull the rope. So if you pull the rope, what does it do? Opens the door.
This is just
Step
like
number
Miss
4 says
Wiley's.
chickens come out.
Then what's number 1?
Hmm?
What's number 1?
No, okay, we'll do them in order. Step number 1, spread feed the night before. So was he actually dumping any feed out with his rope?
No.
He put the feed out the night before he went to bed. So step 2, pull the rope. Step 3, the door opens. And step 4, the chickens come out and eat what?
The
The food that he put out when?
At night.
The night before. Yes.
Before chickens came out. The night.
It doesn't say how many chickens.
Miss Wilmer,
Yes, sir.
this is just like Miss Riley's.
It is. All right. Why did people enjoy Tony's marionette shows? Why did they enjoy it? Someone tell me in your own words. Why do you think that they enjoyed it? Alvin?
Because how big the balloons are.
You think how big his puppets were?
And they can
Owen?
All the unique and different ideas of the different
Yes.
balloons.
All the unique and different ideas that he had. Because what did he make his puppets look like at first? Remember in the window, he made them look like some type of characters,
Story characters.
storybook characters. So people had seen them in stories. What was the example that the author gave us?
Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty. He did.
Who's Humpty Dumpty?
Humpty Dumpty's an egg. You've never heard Humpty Dumpty?
Humpty
Maybe we'll do Humpty Dumpty, and I'll add it in maybe another day. Okay? And
But it keeps on breaking back and forth.
all right, people love Tony's marionette because the puppets were blank and blank so well. Over here it says Humpty Dumpty. This was his puppet. He would cut them, wood, cloth, and wire. He would sew the costumes for puppets, and he would build backdrops like Humpty Dumpty's wall, or Granny's house, or Jack Horner's corner. And then he used all kinds of different colors for all of his puppets. So they weren't all the same color and the same thing. They were all different. He had different ideas. He would also make Humpty Dumpty's shirt pattern. He would cut them out and use different fabrics and buttons. So he wasn't just a guy holding a string. He created the whole thing. From the little bitty details to the big details. All the way down to a small button.
What?
All right, why did Macy's want a parade?
We didn't answer the questions on that one.
We didn't, did we?
No.
There we go. People love Tony's marionettes because the puppets were blank and blank so well. Who has an idea of something we can put there? It has to be 5 letters, both of them. Lola? Built. Oh, I didn't freeze my screen. You know this TV drives me crazy.
Cray.
They were built and blank so well. What's another? Someone think about it. Samuel?
Air so well.
Not air. Air's only 3 letters.
Strings.
Nope. Declan?
Made.
Made is M-A-D-E.
You?
Oh, and you got another one? Ooh, I like that. And it fits the story because people love that they...
I was gonna say that one.
Now let's read it together. See if it makes sense. We filled in the blanks. Let's see if it makes sense. People loved Tony's marionettes because the puppets were built and moved so well.
That makes sense!
It makes sense. Owen, give yourself a pat on the back.
Wonderful teeth. Oh, and Lola, because she said built.
And Lola, you said built. Alright, why did Macy's want a parade? I really wish that I was the one that created the Macy's parade. Since it has my name. Because I would be making lots and lots of money if that store was mine. Do you think I would make more money owning that store or teaching?
Money.
You think a teacher would make more money than that? No! A store. All right.
If I was that guy,
Oh, why do you think Macy's wanted a parade?
Because she might have missed the different like traditions from her other countries.
You think so? Who else has another reason? Arya, why do you think that they wanted a parade? You think it was to make money? What about all the people that came to the parade? It said the streets were packed and lined with people. Do you think they wanted a parade for all the kids and the people to come and watch? Because it's still a tradition. If you watch the parade next Thursday on Thanksgiving, you will see so many people on the streets watching the parade.
Miss Lana,
Yes, ma'am.
we might see you.
I'm not going to be on the parade. It's in New York City.
I am going to New York.
I've been to New York.
New York looks so much fun. On Thanksgiving, I'm watching a movie. On Thanksgiving, I'm going to
Okay, this one's a little more tricky. I put one in here that was a little harder to see who could help me figure it out. All right, Macy's wanted to have a parade to celebrate the blank and blank of their employees.
I know what.
The first one, I'm going to give you a hint.
How many lines are there?
There's a bunch. It's a big word. Who said that? Lola. Were you reading my mind? Holidays.
Good
They wanted to celebrate the holidays
Thanksgiving.
and blank of their employees. Good job. Tradition.
They need a pat on the back.
They need a pat on the back. Traditions is a big dog word. Let's read it together. Macy's wanted to have a parade to celebrate the holidays and traditions of their employees. Because it said something, I'm going to see who is paying very close attention. It said something about the type of people that worked at Macy's. They were called, they're not all from the United States. They're called something.
South American?
No. When you come to another country to live, you are an employee is like if you work somewhere. Listen, Lola, you got it. Immigrant. So if you're an immigrant coming to a new country, do all of us have the same traditions if we're from different countries?
No.
Do we all celebrate holidays the same way if we're from different countries?
No.
No, we don't.
I think
So
I
they
heard
wanted
it
a parade filled with all sorts of different characters and all these things to celebrate the different traditions of their employees.
Miss Lomax,
Yes, ma'am.
Rosa needs a pat on the back.
She can pat herself on the back. You don't need to pat her on the back.
Oh, she can get a pat on the back.
And we've already talked about this just a little bit. What did Macy's first ask Tony to make? It wasn't the parade. It was something else. Alvin?
Puppets.
For what? Where did they put them?
They put them
In a...
street.
Not in the street. Maddie?
A show.
Not a show. It was a miniature
A
show.
parade.
But they placed them somewhere everybody on the street could see them. Adeline? They were at the store, but in a... Kaiser?
In the sky?
In glass.
What is the glass called though? If you're walking by a store and you can see in a... Window! It was the storefront window. He had put all of the little character puppets in the window of the store. That was the first thing that he ever did with Macy's.
How did I not know that?
Alright, Macy's wanted Tony to design a puppet parade for the store's blank blank. Blank blank. Adeline?
Window.
Window. W-I-N.
Windows.
For the stores. I didn't freeze the screen. Not Humpty. He did make a Humpty. This is Humpty Dumpty.
I never.
See this guy here? That's Humpty Dumpty.
I never heard of them.
You've never heard of him.
What is that word? Humpty Dumpty?
I'm not sure what goes in the other blank, so we're going to leave it empty. And move to stuff. Why did Tony stop using live animals in the parade? Ezra?
It scared the children.
It scared what animals scared the children?
The lions.
The lions and the tigers because they were doing what? Growling. They were growling. It's scaring.
If I was one, I would do That's a gorilla.
Alright, the animals roared and blanked and frightened the children. What did they do? What did they do? And growled.
Roar and growl.
Let me freeze my screen.
Because it said.
I know the next one.
The animals roared and growled and frightened the children. Macy's asked Tony to blank the animals. You know,
Replace.
Declan, replace.
Yes. Big dog word.
No,
It's not big.
it's not big.
Yeah. It's just.
Let's read it together. The animals roared and growled and frightened the children. Macy asked Tony to replace the animals.
That wouldn't scare me.
It wouldn't
I
scare you.
would say.
But what about when you were maybe like 3 or 4?
What about one?
I can't talk and I can't hear.
What about one?
We have lots of stuff to do. And if we're all talking and being rowdy, are we going to have time to get it done?
No.
And remember, this week is only a 4-day week. We're not here on Friday. So what day do you think our tests are going to be on? Thursday. So do we have one less day to learn everything?
Yeah.
So we have lots of work to do. And if you're talking when I'm talking, you're wasting time. What was Tony's breakthrough idea for the balloons? What was his big idea for the balloons? Allison?
He wanted to make it 16 feet tall.
He originally made them 16 feet
He
tall.
wanted to make them bigger.
He wanted to make them bigger.
He wanted
Ezra?
He made them out of rubberized silk.
Rubberized silk. Is that a heavy?
No,
It's it's lighter. And then he filled them with not just air, Lila, helium.
I love filling the blank.
I love the fill in the blanks. It helps us really think about our story. All right, Tony ordered the balloons to be filled just with
Air.
who can find the mistake here?
It has no
Teachers make mistakes too.
Come on.
Not a comma. It's a word that's missing. I want you to figure out what is
It
missing.
needs to be bigger.
No. Ezra, what is it?
But with D.
No. Tony ordered the balloons to be filled just with blank, but with blank. I'm missing a word.
With helium.
Because was it filled with just air?
No.
Helium.
Yes. Helium.
Air is A-I-R.
Not. Tony ordered the balloons not to be filled just with air, but filled with
Helium.
Ooh.
You gotta put an A. Oh, I guess not.
All right, let's read it together. Tony ordered the balloons not to be filled with just air, but with helium too.
They need to get that right.
I know. Teachers make mistakes too.
Yeah.
How did the crowd feel when they saw the giant balloons? Owen?
Excited.
Excited. Because there was even people watching from their what?
TV.
In 1924, do you think there was TVs?
Window.
They were looking out the window and they were looking into the what?
Eyes
Eyes of the balloons.
I would pass out.
It's New York far. Miss Lana, it's New York far.
We have a good one right here.
And driving.
If you're not crisscross applesauce and all the way under your bottom, you will not get called on. What?
My mom has a friend that lives in New York.
Cool. As the balloons sailed down, what's the street called from our story? It's the title of our story. Broadway.
Broadway. He don't like it.
Oh,
Is that a snake right here? Yes.
Broadway.
That's a roll.
I made a mistake just now. Who can find it?
Oh.
Aria? No, it's spelled right, but I messed something up on the word. Knoxley?
You didn't put a capital for B.
I didn't put and should road names be capitalized?
Yes.
Oh,
Teachers make
Mistakes
too.
needs to be a
Hey,
period.
crisscross applesauce. You about made me fall.
I think
All right. As the balloons sailed down Broadway, the crowd screamed for more. They were so
Scared.
Hold on. How many blanks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knoxley? Happy. Happy. They were so happy.
I can't believe I said excited.
Raise your hand if you want to read the whole sentence by yourself. Or, well, both sentences. There's two. Paisley?
What as the balloons sailed down Broadway, the
Crowd.
crowd said
Screamed.
screamed for more things.
They.
They were so happy.
Good job. They were so happy.
Happy, happy, happy. Stop singing happy, happy out.
What important lesson can we learn from Tony? What lesson do you think we could learn from this story? Owen, what's one?
There's always a solution to a problem.
There's always a solution to a problem. What else? What other lesson could we learn from him? To never what?
Give
Give up.
Give up.
Because do you think his ideas worked every single time?
No.
They probably didn't at first, but he kept trying different things
I
to
keep
make things
trying.
work.
I keep trying.
He did blow them up.
Tony had a love for tinkering and blank things out. What did he have a love for doing?
Making things move.
If you're working on something and you're trying to get something to work, what are you doing? Not thinking.
Move.
Figuring things out.
I was gonna say that.
You were going to say that? Well, I'm so sorry. Figuring things out. So be blank and keep blank new ideas.
Positive.
Keep positive.
We got a lot. So be blank.
Positive.
I don't think positive will fit here.
No, it won't. It won't.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
So be positive and keep blank new ideas. Trying new ideas. Man, I've got a class full of smarty pants. All right, let's read it all together. Tony had a love of tinkering and figuring things out. So be positive and keep trying new ideas. This is him in real life. Tony Sard clowning around in the Goodyear hangar. This is one of his original floats. Is it very big?
No.
It's pretty big because it's taller than him.
His size.
But could someone looking out their window see a float this big? No. Could they be looking it in the eye? No. So his float's got much bigger than this.
How could he even blow that?
Wait, can I go
I
up
think
there?
that was the last one.
From the trunk.
Okay.
You did it.
Wait, I want to see.
Story.
All right, our vocabulary words. The standard that we're going to be working on is I can use new words I learn in different ways to show that I know what they mean. Were there several new words that we were unsure of in this story?
Yes.
Puppeteer, marionette. Those are words that you may not hear a lot.
Puppeteer.
Puppeteer. What is a puppeteer?
My sister has a puppeteer.
All right, a puppeteer
What the?
is a person who moves and performs with puppets. Look at the string.
Pinocchio.
So this type of puppet, where is the person? Are they above or below?
Above.
Above, because you can see the strings hanging down. So there's a person up above behind a wall and they're making this puppet move.
That looks hard to do.
Who knows what that puppet is? Maddie?
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Who's Pinocchio?
Always lies.
Declan, you don't know Pinocchio either? Oh my word.
He's dramatic.
All right, a parade. This is a more recent picture of what the parade is. Look how huge these balloons are.
What are they?
A parade, a special march down a street.
I can't reach it.
Someone give me an example of a parade we may have in our own town. A parade, Kaiser.
The Christmas one?
Christmas parade.
Oh yeah, like Christmas.
Maddie.
The homecoming parade.
The homecoming parade. And we just walked in one last week.
Yeah, that's what I was
Madeline.
Veterans.
Your name's not Adeline.
a veteran.
The Veterans Day Parade. Were there balloons and all that big type of stuff in the Veterans Parade?
Yes.
No. In the Veterans
Oh,
Parade?
sorry.
No. But what about the Christmas Parade? What do people?
Yes.
There are floats and trucks and Christmas lights. Things that people love to see. And candy.
Even a car parade at Disney.
There's
Even
parades at Disney. There's parades at Disney.
I heard you. Thank you. But you're blurting out, and what do we not do with answers?
We don't know how to learn.
What do we do?
Raise our hands.
All right, a float is a decorated platform used in a parade. This is a fancy float in a parade. Toys R Us, and look at all these different toys that people are dressed up as. We got a monster truck, we got people with guitars, rock stars, we got a dinosaur.
A giraffe right there.
Yes, this is a fancy float. Helium, a light gas that makes balloons float. If you blow a balloon up with your mouth, Will it fly away?
No.
When you let it go,
Don't tie it.
no, it does. But if you tie it and you've blown it up with just air, what does it do when you let it go?
Fall.
But if it has helium and we let it go, where does it go? Up. If you're in your house and you let it go, it's going to the ceiling. If you're outside, it just floats and floats and floats. You think so? I don't know about all that. Aria?
I had a balloon for the field of your fortune and so that it popped when so it popped.
Oh man, that's a bummer. Look at this. What type of balloon is this? Rolla, do you know?
Hi, Evelyn.
A hot air balloon. Because hot air makes the balloon go up like this.
How do they go down?
They turn the heat down and turn the air down, and it starts to go back down to the ground.
It's back off of it.
This is what I
All right, inflate. If I'm inflating something, what am I doing? If I'm inflating it,
It's a YouTube video.
we are going to watch this, but I want someone to read me the vocabulary. To inflate, Alexa, read me the vocabulary. To fill something with air. This is a time-lapse. That means they're recording something, but the time is sped up really fast, so it shows you the progression of something really fast.
So it goes straight up.
Who is this guy?
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Pikachu.
This is the Thanksgiving Day Parade, the Macy's. They're on Broadway. This is a float that is being blown up.
Back there is Pikachu.
When we get ready to watch and we're quiet, I would love to play it for you. What is it, Adeline? No, ma'am.
There was a train in
It says a time lapse of balloons from the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Pikachu in the back. Watch Spider-Man. He starts with just rubber on the ground.
It looks like he's getting back up.
It does. Look how huge these are. Just like our story, at the end he was cutting strings.
Kermit.
That is, whoops.
Who's Kermit?
At the end of our story, Tony was cutting strings that were attached to something weighing down the balloons. What was weighing them down? Owen?
Sandbag.
Sandbags. And look here, what is holding down these balloons?
Sandbag.
It was something that worked, and we continue to use that same process.
What?
Kermit the Frog. Santa.
Who's Kermit the Frog?
Exactly.
You don't even know him.
Spider-Man.
Yes, that was the last one.
I love
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man's my
All right, I
favorite.
remember telling you when we started listening to our story to listen for problems and solutions. The most quiet and well-behaved and kids that are listening are going to get to come up here and use this to match. We're doing a little matching game. Interactive. You get to come up and be the teacher. Over here we have 5 problems. And over here we have 5 solutions. But we have to figure out which solution goes to which problem. The first problem. The puppets for the Macy's parade were too small for the huge crowds to see. I want you to take a second and read through the solutions. You can even do a turn and talk with your neighbor after you've read them and to see if you can come up with the answer. No, ma'am, put your pants like that. Hold on, I'm giving everybody some time. Talk with your partner. Talk with the person sitting next to you. And see what they think. The puppets for the Macy's parade were too small for huge crowds to see. Ezra, thank you for waiting patiently with your hand up and you were sitting crisscross. I'm going to freeze this screen. I forgot to freeze it. Oops. You can use this and draw a line to the one you think is the solution. let's see if we think Ezra is right. So the problem is the puppets for the Macy's parade were too small for huge crowds to see. He thinks this is the solution. Tony Sarg made bigger, giant puppets so everyone could enjoy them. Thumbs up if you agree with Ezra.
I know the next one.
All right. Hands down. Thumbs up if you don't think it's the answer. Ezra, you got the whole class to agree, and I agree with you. Good job.
I know.
He made them bigger and giant so everyone could see them, not just the people on the front row of the parade. Number 2, the puppets were too heavy for people to carry for a long parade. That's the problem. They were too heavy for everybody to carry because the puppets usually wears the person up, above. Uh-oh, I've got some quick readers. Knoxley, you want to come up?
I know it. I'm cold.
Alright, the puppets were too heavy for people to carry for a long parade. Which solution do you think is the solution? Let's read. She drew a line to A. Tony added strings and special controls so helpers could guide the balloons. Do we think that's the right solution?
Yes. Yes, I do.
You agree with her?
I do.
Raise your hand if you do not agree with her. Lila, which one do you think it is? D. Knoxley, I love that you came up here and gave it your best shot, but D is the answer. Tony designed lighter puppets so the handlers could carry them more easily. Looking at that solution, over here it says they were too heavy. People couldn't carry for a long parade. So this is the solution he made for them. Number 3, the parade balloons needed to move smoothly and safely through the streets. Owen?
I was raising my hand for the next one.
I know. The parade balloons needed to move smoothly and safely through the streets. That's the problem. Which is the solution?
Nope. Nope.
Nope. No, it's close. You're very close. Oh, no. Don't do that one. There we go.
No.
Tony tested and fixed designs to use stronger materials and made improvements until they stood tall. Does that have anything to do with guiding them through the streets?
No.
Nope.
The last answer is
It's C.
C. The last
one.
answer is C.
Very
It goes
good.
straight across.
Tony designed handles and ropes to make guiding the balloons safer and easier. Thank you, sir. All right, number 4. The puppets kept drooping or falling forward because of their weight. Samuel, what is the solution? The puppets kept drooping or falling forward because of their weight.
I don't think so.
Tony added strings and a special control so helpers could guide the balloons.
No.
No.
It's B. It's B.
Yeah, hold on. I forgot to do this. We'll take that one off, and now you can fix it.
Ow.
B. There we go.
Can I do the last one?
All right. The handlers needed a safe way to hold on to large balloons. They needed a safe way. Maddie, thank you for being so quiet. Watch your hands, Samuel. Hands should be in your lap.
said, oh man.
So Tony added strings and special controls so helpers could guide the balloons. Because when they were first doing it, they were just holding on to strings. What do you think that done to their hands? You think it would hurt?
Hurt.
Yes.
How do you
So he added more strings and special controls so helpers could guide the balloons. Very, very good. Give yourself a little pat on the back.
And tic-tac-toe, but somebody put an extra there. Look at the bottom, it says
Oh, I accidentally left my 6 on there. I just did 5 of each. There's not really a 6.
No, stop.
He said it.
I know he said it, and that makes me super sad.
It's not
We're recording.
You don't have to fool.
Ooh, all right, we're gonna stop right there, and I'm gonna give you a chance to tell me your favorite parts of our story. Crisscross applesauce is gonna be the winner of people that raised their hand. Maddie, what's your favorite part of the story?
the parade.
The parade. Alexa,
The balloons.
the balloons. Adeline, oh, you said this. Samuel,
Him making the balloons.
him making them. Lola,
The name Macy's.
the name Macy's. I like that too. Paisley,
The animals.
the animals. The real animals or the balloon animals?
The animals.
The balloon animals.
I got the
Grayson,
All the colors and rods.
all the colors and the different types of balloons.
I got the
Kaiser,
hiccups.
All the special balloons.
all the special balloons. Knoxley, what was your favorite part? The parade. Owen,
I like seeing the different storybook characters in the Macy's parade.
and the different storybook characters. I like that too. Alvin,
The one that us streaming could so we could open
oh, you like the part where the chore, how he made it easier for himself? That was pretty smart. Evelyn, the same as Alexa. Declan, Owen.
Not knowing who Humpty Dumpty is.
That's not part of our story. Humpty Dumpty was in our story, but not knowing him was not part of our story.
Humpty Dumpty.
Yes, ma'am.
We haven't done that in a long time.
That's not about what we're talking about. We can talk about that later, okay? All right. My favorite part of the story was how hard Tony worked. And he never gave up. He liked to figure things out. And if something gave him trouble, just like all of these problems, did he have tons of problems? Yes, he did. But he worked and worked until he found solutions. Just like we still use some of his solutions today. Some of the problems was holding down the balloons because they were so big. So they used what type of bags to hold them down?
Sandbags.
Sandbags. And in the video of a recent parade, what were they using to hold down the sandbags? They were still using some of his solutions. All right. I want you to quietly stand up. Catch a bubble. Walk back to your seat. It's almost time for our bathroom break for lunch.
Yay!